Hello and welcome students. In the last video lecture, I had explained you question number 16 of chapter number 5, admission of a partner. Now in this video lecture, I am going to explain you question number 18 of your textbook, that is on page number 214. So first of all, let us read the question. Hope in the previous video lectures you had revised all the sums, as this chapter had already explained that it carries weightage of 9 marks, that is one big question of 8 marks and one question from section B. So you are all studying thoroughly all the video lectures, I hope so. Now moving on to question number 18, that is Jenny and Anya are the partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2. It means there are two partners and they are sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2. It means old profit sharing ratio is 3:2. The balance sheet of the firm as on 31st March 2016 was as under. As usual, the balance sheet has been given to you. Capital of two partners, that is J and A. General reserve, investment reserve, workman profit sharing fund. Students, already we discussed that general reserve and investment reserve are accumulated profit. They can be distributed amongst the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. But workers profit sharing fund is not an accumulated profit. It cannot be distributed amongst the old partners. It is considered as a liability and is to be shown in the balance sheet. Last one, that is creditors. It's also liability. On the asset side, there is building, machinery, investment, debtors minus bad debt reserve, and last, that is bank. Here it is given bank, so we'll prepare bank account. If in the balance sheet cash is given to you, then you have to prepare cash account. So cash or bank account, any can be given in the question. They admitted Priyanka. Now the third partner that is admitted is named as Priyanka on 1st April 2016 on the following terms. First one, Priyanka will bring rupees 14,000 as goodwill in cash. Now how much amount she is bringing, we had already discussed. When the new partner comes, he or she has to bring the amount of goodwill either in cash or in any other form. Over here, the new partner is bringing the goodwill in the form of cash. So you can see, the first of all, I have prepared the basic accounts. You are knowing which accounts have to prepare in this type of sum, that is revaluation account, partners capital account, bank account, and balance sheet after admission. It means 3 accounts and 1 statement. Now the first adjustment that is given to you, that the new partner is bringing goodwill in cash. How much amount the new partner is bringing? That is rupees 14,000. So what would be the journal entry? That is cash account debit to goodwill account credit, to premium for goodwill account credit. So here you can see the new partner is bringing the amount in cash or bank. So to premium for goodwill account, that is rupees 14,000. It means the new partner whenever brings the goodwill, then the word premium should be applied to it, not just goodwill. So over here, see, I have written to premium for goodwill, bank account debit to premium for goodwill account credit. So on bank account debit side, I have written to premium for goodwill rupees 14,000. Now Priyanka will bring her capital equal, but first of all, that goodwill, whatever the new partner is bringing, is to be distributed amongst the old partners in their sacrifice ratio. So over here you can see both the ratios are given to you. See the third adjustment, new profit and loss sharing ratio is also given to you, that is 2:2:1, and the old ratio that is given to you, that is 3:2. So if both the ratios are given to you, you have to find the sacrifice ratio. You are already knowing the formula of sacrifice ratio, that is old share minus new share. So sacrifice ratio first of all we'll find out, and then we'll be distributing the goodwill brought by the new partner in sacrifice ratio amongst the old partners. So here you can see I have shown the working group directly, that is of J and A, because old partner sacrifice we have to find out. So for J, the old ratio 3:2 is there, so 3/5 minus new share is 2:2:1, so 2/5. So 3/5 minus 2/5, it would come to 1/5. So sacrifice share of J, that would come to 1/5. In case of A, you can see that is old share, that is 3:2. So 2/5 minus new share, that is also 2 by 5 only, because 2 is to 2 is to 1. So 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 minus 2 by 5 would come to 0. So no profit, no sacrifice, no gain. So only the sacrifice that would be done by partner J. So whatever the goodwill the new partner is bringing, that will be allotted or given to only one partner, that is partner J. So whenever the new partner is bringing the goodwill, what we have written the journal entry, that is bank account debit to premium for goodwill account credit. Now that goodwill is to be given to the partner J, that is the old partner. So the journal entry that would be premium for goodwill account debit to J's capital account credit. So here you can see in J's capital account I have written that is by premium for goodwill, that is rupees 14,000. So again repeating both the journal entries, because the point of goodwill is very important in this type of sums. First journal entry, when the new partner is bringing the goodwill, then the entry would be bank account debit to premium for goodwill account credit, and then afterwards that goodwill is to be distributed amongst the old partners in that sacrifice ratio. Over here only one partner is sacrificing, so entire share of goodwill will be given to that one partner only. So the second journal entry, that would be premium for goodwill account debit to J's capital account credit by rupees 14,000. So J's capital account credit, I have written opposite party's name. So by premium for goodwill, J's column, I have written that is rupees 14,000. So the point of goodwill is clear. Now moving on to the second adjustment. Priyanka will bring her capital equal to 20% of new total capital of Jenny and Anya. Priyanka will bring her capital. Now the capital also the new partner is bringing. But how much capital? That directly the amount is not given to you. Only it is clarified that out of the total capital of the old partners, the new partner will bring 20% of the new capital of the old partners. See, again I am repeating, Priyanka will bring her capital equal to 20% of new total capital. It means after making all the adjustment in the partner's capital account, whatever the difference comes of the old partner, the total of that two capital, out of that 20% of the total new capital of the old partners will be the share of the new partner. So we have to find out first of all the new capital of the old partners. So afterwards it will come later on. Now new profit sharing ratio, third adjustment, already we are knowing that is 2 is to 2 is to 1. Due to that only we have found the sacrifice share, because we are having new ratio and old ratio. Next one, provision for bad debts is not required. Now over here the bad debt reserve, you can see in the question that is given to you 2,800. Now that provision of bad debt is not required. So that 2,800 now we don't have to deduct. So the value of debtors would increase. So instead of 53,200, now in the new balance sheet will show the value of debtors as rupees 56,000. So the assets value has increased. Due to increase in the value of assets, profit will occur to the firm. As profit will occur on the revaluation account credit side, see we have written by bad debt reserve, that is 2,800. So it is profit for the firm. Due to profit, revaluation account will be credited. And on the asset side, you can see debtors, I have not subtracted the bad debt reserve. Directly the amount of debtors that is written, that is rupees 56,000. Now machinery is to be reduced by 10%. What is the value of machinery given in the balance sheet? That is 17,500 is to be reduced. It means 17,500, 10%, it would come to 1,750. Now that much amount is to be reduced. Due to decrease in the value of asset, loss will occur to the firm, and loss will always be recorded on the debit side of revaluation account. So here you can see first entry that I have written to machinery account 1,750. Students have written short form instead of writing the full word, that is machinery. So it is understood that is to machinery account 1,750, and simultaneous second entry, that is machinery on the asset side. See what I have written, 15,750. Out of 17,500 I have subtracted 1,750. So remaining amount that would come to 15,750 after subtracting the reduced value. The remaining amount that is to be shown in the new balance sheet. Then afterwards, market value of building is rupees 70,000. Now building in the old balance sheet, in the question it is given to you 42,000. Now in the new balance sheet you have to show the building value as the market value. What is the market value that is given to you in the adjustment? That is rupees 70,000. So out of 42,000, instead of 42,000, now in the new balance sheet you will show the value of building as rupees 70,000. See over here, building value that I have shown in the new balance sheet, that is rupees 70,000 instead of 42,000. So increase in the value of asset by how much amount? That is 28,000. Subtract 70,000 minus 42,000, you will get 28,000, and that I have shown on the credit side because there is an increase in the value of asset. Due to increase in the value of asset, profit will occur and that will be recorded on the credit side. So by building account I have written 28,000, and the second entry, that is the new value of building, that is building, I have written on the asset side, that is 70,000 and not 42,000. Now market value, seventh adjustment, market value of investment is rupees 68,950. What is the old value of investment given to you? That is 63,000, and the market value of investment is rupees 68,950. It means there is an increase in the value of investment. Due to increase in the value of investment, profit will occur. So profit will again be recorded on the credit side of revaluation account. That is difference of 68,950 minus 63,000. So that would come to 5,950. That is one entry that would be on credit side of revaluation account, and second entry, that is the new value of the assets that we have written on the new balance sheet after admission. So here you can see investment value that I have written, the new value, that is the market value, 68,950. Now last eighth adjustment, that is very much important because eighth adjustment and second adjustment are interlinked with each other, because in eighth adjustment we have to find the capital of the old partners, and after we get the capital of the old partners we can easily find the share of capital of the new partner because it is based on the old partners. Let us move on to the eighth adjustment. Total capital of the old partners Jenny and Anya after all adjustments will be maintained in their relative new ratio. Now what is the new ratio? It is given to you 2:1. Out of that, Jenny and Anya, that is old partners, you are knowing the new ratio that is already given to you, 2:1. But the share of Jenny and Anya, that would be 2:2, it means 1:1. So the new ratio of capital amongst the old partners, that would be 1:1. It means capital of old partners, that would be equal. Now for this purpose, necessary adjustments will be made through bank. It means in the previous sum you might have referred that whatever the difference came, in order to maintain a specific amount of capital, the closing capital, whatever the difference was coming, we had adjusted it in the current account. Over here, whatever the difference comes, that adjustment we have to make in the bank account. See, I have written by bank account, and over here by to bank account, question mark I have done over here. It means this value we have found out. Now how this value of bank account came, for that we have to see the working note. So first of all, before seeing the working note, we'll close the revaluation account because no any adjustment is remaining for revaluation account. So first of all, you can see credit side total I've done. Credit side total is more, so 36,750 both the side I've put, and the difference came, that is 35,000. That would be the profit. It means credit balance is over here, credit side total is more, so profit will come. So that profit is to be distributed amongst the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. What is the old profit sharing ratio? That is 3:2. So it will be distributed amongst the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So 35,000 you will distribute in 3:2. It would come to 21,000 and 14,000. Simultaneous second entry, that would come on the credit side of partners capital account. Here you can see by revaluation account that have returned 21,000 and 14,000. Even two more reserves or accumulated profit, that is to be distributed, that is remaining. See, you can see on the liability side, of the balance sheet in the question, that is general reserve is given to you 8,400. That 8,400 is to be distributed amongst the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2. So here you can see 8,400 that are distributed, that came for J, that is 5,040, and for A, that is 3,360. In which ratio? Always amongst the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio, because that reserve or that accumulated profit is earned by the old partners before the arrival of the new partner. So before the admission of new partner, that all accumulated profit or loss is to be shared by the old partners only. Okay, now same way we have done for investment reserve also. What is the total investment reserve that is given to you? 4,200. So again that will be distributed in the ratio of 3:2, that will come to 2,520 and 1,680. Revaluation account, that is profit that we have transferred. Premium for goodwill, already we had understood that entry. So up till here there are total 5 entries in the column of J and total 4 entries in, don't consider this bank account because that value we have to find out. So A's column, there are total 4 entries, that is 56,000, 3,360, 1,680 and 14,000. So first of all, the total of J, that would come to 1 lakh. See here I have written total of capital account of J, that is coming to 1,12,560. And that of A, that is coming to 75,040. Now 75,040, you will do the total of these 4 values, then it would come to 75,040. Now doing the addition of these 2 values, total capital, that would come to 1,87,600. Now what is told in the last adjustment? That total capital of old partners of Jamie and Anya after all adjustments, whatever adjustments were there, we had already given the effect of it. After all adjustments, the total came how much? That is 1,87,600. Will be maintained in the relative new ratio. Now new ratio also we discussed, that would come to 1:1 of the old partners, right? So here 1,87,600, that will be distributed which ratio? That is 1:1. It means half part will be the capital of J and half would be the capital of A. So here you can see 1,87,600, half of it, that would come to 93,800, and for A also it would come to 93,800. Now second adjustment, that I told that on the basis of the capital of new capital of the old partners, the new partners capital is dependent. Again I am repeating, on the basis of the capital of the old partners, new capital of the old partners, the capital of the new partner is dependent, because it is told that Priyanka will get 20% of the new capital of the old partner. See the second adjustment. Priyanka will bring her capital equal to 20% of new total capital of Janie and Anya. Now new total capital that we have got, that is 1,87,600. 20% of it, see here I have calculated 20% of 1,87,600. It would come to 37,520. So 37,520, that would be the new capital brought by the new partner, that is Priyanka. So now we have got the closing balance or the closing capital of all the 3 partners, that is 93,800, 93,800, and for the new partner, that is 37,520. Now after maintaining the closing balance, whatever the difference comes while closing the partner's capital account, if any of the difference comes, then that adjustment, it is told, is to be made in the bank account. So here you can see the total of J, that is coming 1,12,560. Both the side I have written 1,12,560. After subtracting 93,800, again repeating, from 1,12,560, you subtract the closing capital, that is 93,800. Difference that would come on debit side, that is 18,760. Whatever the difference comes in any of the partners' capital account, it is to be maintained in bank account. So here I have written 2 bank account, question mark I have written so that you can understand that this value we have found out. So it is coming to 18,760. Now in case of A, you can see the difference came on the credit side. So the total of debit side is more. On the debit side, no any entry is there except the closing capital. But the closing capital is enough because here the four values total, that was 75,040, and the new capital of the old partner that came to 93,800. So the total of debit side is more in case of A. So both the side have put 93,800, 93,800, subtracted all these four values. The difference came, that is 18,760. So here I have written by bank account, that is 18,760. Now in case of Priyanka, no any other entry except the capital, closing capital, that is 37,520. So as it is bank account, 37,520. Now the posting of these three entries that came in the partner's capital account related to bank account, that we have to do in the bank account. Now bank account, the first entry always you should be doing, that is of the opening balance. Opening balance that is given to you in the old balance sheet in the question, that is true balance brought down, that is 39,200. Now after that, premium for goodwill, that we already understood, when the new partner is bringing the amount of goodwill in cash, we had already written the entry, that is bank account debit to premium for goodwill account credit, that is rupees 14,000. Now over here, credit side written by bank account. So on the debit side of bank account, it would come to A's capital and to A's capital and to P's capital. How much amount? That is 18,760 and 37,520. It means debit what comes in. It means this much amount will be received from partner A and partner P, and to J the amount that would be given in the form of check to partner J, that is rupees 18,760. So in case of J, see we have written on the debit side. So on the bank account we'll write on the credit side. So the entry that would come, that is J's capital account debit to bank account credit, that is bank account credit side we have written bank account credit. It means that much amount is deposited in the bank account. So by J's capital account, that is 18,760. Now after making all the entries in the bank account, we have to close the bank account, because whatever the closing balance that would come, that only will note down in the new balance sheet after admission. So here you can see the difference that comes on the credit side, that is 90,720. Difference comes on credit side, means total of debit side is more. If the total of debit side is more, it means there is debit balance, and if there is debit balance, we have to note on the asset side. So here you can see on the asset side I have written bank value, that is 90,720. Okay, so now moving on to the balance sheet. The new capital of all the three partners that we have found just now, that is 93,800, 93,800 and 37,520. Total that came to 2,25,120. Next one, that is creditors. Creditors you can see from the old balance sheet. Students already have told, after the adjustment, if there is any entry remaining in the balance sheet on which there is no any adjustment, then as it is, that liability or assets that we have to do the posting in the new balance sheet also. It means after seeing all the adjustments, if any of the liability or assets remains in the old balance sheet on which there is no any adjustment, then that value of assets and liabilities we have to put as it is in the new balance sheet also. So on here creditors there is no any adjustment, but it is given in the old balance sheet. So as it is, value of creditors I have put in the new balance sheet also, that is 44,800. Now already I discussed that workers profit sharing fund is not an accumulated profit, it is a liability. So it will be recorded in the new balance sheet also as it is, that is workmen's profit sharing fund, that is 31,500. Now on the asset side already we discussed simultaneous entry when we were discussing in the revaluation account, that was the new value of building 17,000. In case of machinery, reduced value, that is 15,750. In case of investment, market value, that is 68,950. In case of debtors, bad debt reserve is now not to be maintained, so value of debtors is increased So we are writing now 56,000 and a bank that is closing balance that we have found, that is 90,720. Now let us have a glance over the balance sheet and the adjustments. You have to see that any of the adjustment effect or any of the balance sheet entry should not get remain to be posted in the new balance sheet. After verifying that all the entries that we have done from the old balance sheet and given the effect of all the adjustments, we have to close the balance sheet. Now on closing the balance sheet, you can see the total of both the sides that comes equal, that is on liability side and asset side it comes to 3,01,420. It means our answer is correct. Students, especially I am showing the working note so that you can easily understand how that new value of the capital came of the old partners and how the new capital of the new partner that is based on the capital of the old partners. So this working note are very important. Easily from the working note you can understand the posting of that journal entries in the related accounts. So students, that's all for today. In the next video lecture, still one more sum related to this type we will be doing. Till then, keep practicing. Goodbye. Stay blessed.